Thank you, folks. We're ready to go for 500 laps. Due to practice being rained out yesterday, NASCAR will throw a competition caution at lap 40 for teams to check tire wear. No refueling is permitted until the competition yellow.
See pit road speed 30 miles per hour. The pit window for Sunoco race fuel 130 to 140 laps. I think we'll see strategy around that caution at lap 40.
Well, here we go. My favorite racetrack, and boy, this is going to be fun.
DW, a lot of beating, a lot of banging. 500 laps. Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
All right. Green flags out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
For the 25th time in his career, Jeff Gordon leads at Martinsville.
Remember, he comes in here our points leader, so that will be 5 more points.
I got a feeling we're going to see that 24 car right where he is a lot today. Car was awesome in practice. It's been good ever since they unloaded. It's been good ever since Jeff Gordon started racing here, actually.
Rick Hendrick's team has yet to score a win in a point race in 2009. Lots think this could be the day. Folks who want to spoil that party, of course, the Busch brothers, the last drivers to visit victory lane, running 2nd and 3rd.
And I got to tell you, a caution at 40 laps is pretty optimistic in my mind. I think we're going to have one way before then.
We may have one right here because I've been watching Matt Kenseth. You're looking back at him in that DeWalt 17 car. He was almost in the way when the green flag dropped, but he struggled in practice on Friday. What practice they got?
You know, Larry, I don't understand what's going on with those Roush cars because they really haven't been up to speed. Haven't won any races yet this well. Matt won Daytona, I'll take that back. But boy, they've struggled the last couple of weeks.
Only one Ford in the top 15 or top 25 at Bristol, and that was Carl Edwards' 15th. 3rd place race. Here comes Clint Boyer. He's expected to be tough today.
As I walked through the garage area this morning, yeah, there were a lot of fingers being pointed at the 48 and the 24 car, the cars to beat, but also a lot of people were talking about that 33 Clint Boyer, who comes in here 3rd in the Sprint Cup Series points.
Well, I know a guy I talk about a lot, and I'm sure he'll be a factor here before too long, is right behind Kyle Busch. That 48 car is slicing and dicing, and he's doing just what we said. He's moving them out of the way and coming to the front.
There's Jimmy sitting in 6th, just ahead of Carl Edwards and Denny Hamlin.
Looking to the inside there on Kyle. Kyle closed the door on him. It's a little early to charge down in there.
You can look all you want here, Darrell, but gosh, this looks like such a hard place to pass.
Listen, and it's a physically demanding place because there's so much that goes on here from a driver's compartment.
You know, we talked about Matt Kenseth really sliding backwards. Another car that's sliding backwards, we're riding with him right now, Casey Kane in that 9 car. He started in the 6th position. He's fallen almost outside the top 20, so he's struggling early.
But you know what? That may not be all bad, Larry. This track's going to change so dramatically once we get into this race. Once they lay some rubber down, you don't know what you got until we get into the race a little bit.
3rd place, Tony Stewart takes it from Clint Boyer.
I definitely think that's one car that a lot of people, they've not talked a lot about this week as far as a favorite of coming in there. Tony Stewart in the 14. They talked about the Hendrick cars. They talked about Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer. But let's remember, Tony Stewart runs good at this racetrack. He's led a ton of laps.
Just saw the Clint Boyer. He saw the 48 coming. Spotters tell him on the radio, 48's coming. He's a little quicker than you are. Give him some room. Move to the outside. Jimmy Johnson moves up another spot.
Steve Burns.
Mike, listening to Matt Kenseth in the race car, he is frustrated. He just screamed, "This is ridiculous." His spotter, Mike Kalanoff, busily just trying to find Matt a place to ride.
That's a team that started off the 2009 season, won the first 2 races. And I won't say the wheel has run off since then, but they definitely have been far off those 2 performances.
And Dick Berggren, what's up with Casey Kane?
Car is just tight, Mike. Casey can't get through the corners.
But I think Darrell's right. When you look at the surface right now, remember, this has concrete corners, and they're pretty white right now. We get 200 laps into this race, they'll start turning black because rubber will start being laid down.
This is when the crew chief always said those favorite words to me. Just calm down. It'll come to you. Well,
then
what about that leader right behind
spotter
me?
says leader 4 cars back.
That's right.
Yesterday's NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race was also rained out, so it's a very green racetrack. You will see the truck race tomorrow at noon on Speed. Sunday drive for Jeff Gordon.
So
out
far.
front and all alone. He's got about another quarter lap to go between himself and the next lapped car.
So another car on the move right there. Denny Hamlin in that 11 car trying to bring David Rudiman with him. A car we're riding with right now, Carl Edwards in the 99. A lot like his teammate Matt Kenseth. Probably not quite as bad, but they struggled in that practice on Friday as well.
Yeah, Carl's in pretty good shape compared to the teammates. Carl's up here in the top 10, 9th. You got the other 3 Roush cars back here. They're running 21st, 22nd, and 23rd.
And a lot of that, Darrell, is a function of where they are in the point standings, because that's how the starting lineup was determined for today's race after qualifying rained out.
But Mike, you mentioned that Jeff Gordon, our leader in the 24 car, he's led the first 16 laps. He's going to be catching the back of the pack shortly, and that will just, all that will do is bring Kurt Busch, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson right up to his rear bumper as he starts fighting those lap cars, because they're fighting to stay on the lead lap.
And remember, with this car of today platform, the front bumper and the rear bumper heights are identical. They do line up, and you'll see a lot of bump and bang and kind of caterpillar-like reactions back through the field as things get close quartered here, and they will. Montoya was quick in practice in the 42. Now he's got a different approach to this racetrack as a 7-time Formula One race winner would. Easy into the corner and make all your speed from the third of the corner to the exit and down the straightaway. That's a little different pattern than some of these fellows who were raised in traditional stock car racing.
He may have had the quote of all quotes about Martinsville. You go in the corner like a gentleman. You come off the corner like an animal.
He tried to talk to Jamie McMurray this week about their dust up at Bristol, where McMurray got into him and he turned McMurray around, and whatever Juan was selling, Jamie wasn't having any of it. It was a brief and heated conversation, and they parted with no resolution.
4, guys.
Michael Waltrip in the wall, almost in the wall.
That will bring the caution out just before Jeff Gordon started lapping cars.
Come on if you can.
Did he get the wall? Yes, he did, just a little.
Okay, rear end's fine, guys.
You know, the way they're fixing these cars now, he got in under the 12 car there of Strimmy, and he just probably too much rear brake for this point of the race. But the way the guys are fixing the rear of these cars for these short tracks, you can see Michael getting real loose there, getting in, trying to get under Strimmy, and just made a light contact. But the way they're fixing the rear of these cars now, you don't want the rear of the car to be real strong. You want to be able to take a shot in that rear bumper and not affect your car all that much. So they're not putting the heavy bumper braces back there that you might think they do.
How convenient that the height of the wall comes just below the rear wing, which was undamaged when Michael got into the fence.
Now remember, pit road is open. We will have a caution in about 18 laps, but we've got about the back third of the field coming to pit road. I gotta believe they're going to change 4 tires. They'll make adjustments, but remember, they can't fuel their cars on this caution. But this will be the strategy that I think they'll be looking for. Is we know we have the caution at lap 40. Everybody at the front will come in. I think these guys will either stay out or maybe come in and just top off with fuel.
Oh yeah, this is perfect for gaining track position. Not right now, but when the next caution flies.
Right, because the competition yellow that everyone knows is coming at lap 40 is optional. You can pit, you don't have to.
Boy, you have to have a lot of give and take, not only on the track, but in pit lane here. They got to be real careful.